Everyone knows Lewis and Clark, but do you know the black man who helped them reach their destination? Check this out. York was born enslaved to Old York and Rose, who were owned by William Clark's father. William later inherited York from his father in 1799. Since slaves were treated like property, they were handed down sometimes from the father to the son. He was the only black person that participated in the Lewis and Clark expedition. York was also the first African American to cross the continent and see the Pacific. You can see York right here. York was known for his skill in scouting, hunting, field medicine, and manual labor in extreme weather conditions. The native nations treated York with respect, and he played a key role in diplomatic relations. Lewis even credited him for saving his life from a grizzly bear. Crazy, right? However, after completing the expedition, every member except York received money and land for their services. York even asked for his freedom from Clark, but was denied. He asked to be reunited with his enslaved wife in Louisville, but Clark still refused and sold York to a brutal master in 1811. Not too much is known about his life thereafter, but his contributions and efforts should be definitely remembered and celebrated. And of course, don't just take my word for it, always do your own research, man. This is a real individual, a real prominent black figure back then who actually was the first African American to cross the Pacific. He was an American icon, and several monuments depicted him and were erected honoring his legacy. First black man across the Pacific, to help Lewis and Clark discover the America, to build relations with the natives, and even saved Clark's life. Died a terrible death, never truly being free. And such is the fate of many black people and black slaves that have lived in this country, whose work and credit was always ripped away by white people and used to build an entire civilization off of, and then never receiving credit for what they did. After all that work, they still saw him as nothing but a slave, and treated him as such and sold him as such. This happened in the Civil Wars. This happened as slaves paved the ground during slavery, which all the crops and stuff that were sold throughout the U.S. was made and built and made money off of. It's sick and it's wrong, but I wanted today to teach you guys about York the Explorer, man. Hope that you guys learned something today. Follow me at Aaron Thinks A Lot on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for more. Thank you for watching.